Okie dokie. Now. Yeah. What do we do again? Sorry, we just visited Maya. Oh, wait, no, we haven't. Yeah, we have? Yeah, we have visited Maya. Where to go? Where to go? I totally forget where you have to go. Oh, wait, let's go talk to Gumshoe. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Oh, she's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? Bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. Yeah, we've examined everything in here, but let's see what the detective... He's fumbling something to himself. Don't do anything rash. Why jump? You have every reason to live. He must be doing image training for talking down a potential suicide. Must be the chief detective's here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Rook to bishop 7. Checkmate! I don't believe it! He must be playing chess on the computer. That chief is something else. So yeah. First order of business is getting Maya out of the detention center. December 26th, Gourd Lake Park, entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. There's a lot of trees here. I guess that's why they call it a nature park. Quite pretty when the cherry trees along the lakeside blossom in spring. Today, it's just cold. Sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. The place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. It's a little cold for picnicking these days, though. This really is just an interim place. This place never has anything good for you except for, like, talking to people whenever... December 26th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. Who's here, Larry? Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off playing through the nose on a date with the lovely Fiancé. The famous Gourd Lake. Its green waters stretch out on both sides. It's a pretty big lake, really. The trash can's empty. At least the place is well maintained. Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks. Right exit. A lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. Doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. It's maybe Maya if she had a samurai dog. Hot dog stand. Closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads samurai dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. There should still be nothing here. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. I wonder when we get to the thing with the metal detector. Oh, geez. I know that I missed some text with, like, the fishing pole. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Pretty sure Lotta should be here. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods. Yep. Oh, Gumshoe! There you are, buddy. Hey, Detective Gumshoe!
Hey, Val! Trial today,
Yes? What about the trial?
Well, I I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. But you did say Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know?
Thanks. It's like somebody's gotta be somewhere. The trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. I don't think Lotta takes very good care of her SUV. Covered with dents. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. I wonder why she brought a camping cooker with her. It's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get the outdoors, get into the outdoor spirit. Sign says no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Lotta's camera is staring out at the lake as usual. Even a novice like me can tell that the camera must cost a pretty penny. I hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. Yeah, I remember that line. Presenting things to Gumshoe.
That woman really took us for a ride, didn't she? Claiming she was a witness to a murder and all?
Still, if it weren't for her photograph, Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't have made it today.
Oh, huh. Really?
You were at the trial, weren't you, Detective?
Robert Hammond. He was the defense attorney for the L6 incident trial.
You're right. Oh, right. I forgot Gregory gets added to our profiles. Oh.
He's the one who got the sole suspect off the hook. Wonder what Mr. Edgeworth thinks of him. I'm not I'd wager.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. No one can tell me that's Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, the one that's not holding the gun is Edgeworth.
Hey, come on! This doesn't look like him at all!
Edgeworth has admitted he was on the boat.
And he's the one being shot, then!
He seemed fine in court today.
Details, pal, details! Whose side are you on, anyway?
All I'm saying is that we have to respect the evidence.
Sorry to disappoint you, pal. Drawing a blank. Yep, it was fired from the murder weapon, without a doubt.
A meter away, so it would have had to have been someone else on the boat. What do you make of this, Detective Gumshoe?
Hey, make it something that thinks it's your job!
Right. So when do lawyers have to do detectives' work for them? I love seeing all this text, because, like, never tried, like, presenting things to people all the time.
Maybe you should tell me why Mr. Edgeworth's prints are on the weapon, pal.
Yeah, he hasn't told us that yet. Huh? How should I know?
Now, she heard 2 gunshots, right?
But wait, look at the court record. According to this, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Oh, that's it! Whoa! That's interesting! That's something that bugged the crap out of me throughout the entire case!
What? How's that possible?
Where was the 3rd shot fired? That's really interesting!
I wonder. Maybe it was a practice shot or something?
No. Yeah, and you can't present profiles to people in this game, so yeah, let's talk to Gumshoe now. Tomorrow's trial. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma's planning for tomorrow?
Sounds like he's bringing in another witness.
Another witness? Oh, right. He said something about that. He said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it?
Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information.
Right. Edgeworth. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth.
What's up?
Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before.
Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? There's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming prosecutor, and being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident.
Deal 6 incident?
Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey.
Oh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. Told him to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. Man, don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. See her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, pal. Shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling.
Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth. I remember this line.
He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report of Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can.
Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be?
Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount.
What? Edgeworth?
Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay?
Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this much rent, too. Right. Frickin' Phoenix, man. Frickin' Phoenix. I remember this. Obviously, this is quite the moment in the game, but, like, I was technically spoiled to this, because I was talking with, friend that was actually chatting at the end of the, like, previous stream of this. The friends, then he had mentioned something that was kind of a minor spoiler of this, but I had misheard bail, because we were talking about how it's kind of a joke that Phoenix never gets paid for his jobs, and, like, one of the closest things is, like, Edgeworth paying Maya's bail in this case. But, like, I had misheard bail as, like, meal or something? I don't know what I misheard it as, but, like, I'm pretty sure I misheard it as something like meal, and so I just thought it was just something at the end of the case where, like, he bought her a hot dog or something. And so this was still a surprise to me, because I didn't expect this, because I misheard the word. And I'll never forget that, because I thought that was really funny. I was technically spoiled, but because I misheard it, I wasn't actually. And so that was fun. December 26th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hey Nick! You finally came! They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for the bail. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Huh. Turnabout Sisters, let's go. Must be nice, Nick. You can just show up at anyone and say, I'm a lawyer. But sphere mediums, well, I don't know. With your clothes, I bet at least some people will recognize you. Now, these are medium and training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever be a proper medium. Sorry, fresh ideas. Isn't that the enlarged photo Lotta was talking about? Uh-huh. Huh. It's nice and big. You can't really see the faces any clearer, can you? I think I already tried presenting things to her. I want to see Gourdy too! If he really exists. Well, I'd say a photograph is pretty good proof. Once this trial's over, let's get some fishing poles and go down to the lake. Even if there is a monster in that lake, fishing poles sound like a bad idea. Oh, foreshadowing! That's funny. So the markings on this bullet and the barrel of the pistol matched? Hey, I'm surprised you remembered that. How could I forget after Von Karma rubbed it in so much? So which one of these are the ballistic markings? I'm not really sure. Wait, what did she say? So which one of these are the ballistic markings? The markings on the bullet, those are the ballistic markings, because that is something that the barrel of the gun leaves on the bullet. Mr. Andrew's prints are on this pistol, aren't they? Yes, the prints from his right hand. But they must have gotten on there at some time other than the shooting. What? Really? The shooter uses the left hand after all. Yeah, I love how, like, you don't know why. Technically, because, like, the intro cutscene kind of shows you. But, like, he doesn't actually tell you until much later in the case, because, like, he's Edgeworth and he's stubborn. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking police department. We could go to the park and look for Gourdy. I was kidding! Still, if there aren't any clues out there, the park's as good as bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure! Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really comfortable here. It's warm, and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about me. I should leave her alone. Let's just go back to the offices just for the picture. Wow, fresh air! I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? This evening's much more fun. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. Let's go Grossberg. He's probably not here though. Apparently Mr. Grossberg's on vacation today. Well, I guess I can get back tomorrow if I need anything. He doesn't show up until the third day of investigation, I don't believe, and there's really no reason to examine here again. So, offices, and then... Yeah, this is when you do the thing with the metal detector. Let's go talk to Lotta first. There aren't any cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all! Me, it's Lotta! Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. Say, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realize that being a witness is my big responsibility. But I just went up there and stopped blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So, you say, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? Oh yeah, let's turn it down now. Today's trial. What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kinda convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. It kind of is. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gourdy? Just wait until case 2 of the next game. Right! figure. The trials are we soak in the flames of gourd fever. I've got my exclusive photos and rocket stardom. Alright, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Get your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you say... Actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. Well, what information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. Say, I think we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us? Right. Propose a little exchange. Make it up to you. What? Information doesn't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you thinking, how unsophisticated these Southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Telling you, most Southerners are way more sophisticated than you. Just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We got a deal or not? What do we do, Nick? I don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You're completely off your rocker? I might not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only thing to say for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gourdy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gourdy? But Gourdy doesn't... Gourdy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows that he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right. See y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gourdy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gourdy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Alrighty. Then we can go to the beach and see Larry. Yep, okay. December 26th, Gourd Lake, public beach. What's that? This is still summer, right, Nick? Yo, Maya! Larry! What the heck is that? Oh, it's like her fiance's idea. She was all, if you, put this here, it would be, really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with a banner. Wow! It's really impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot. She knows a lot of people. That show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. The slides look sadly out of place here, flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I know, it's space kind of a festival atmosphere. Reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. The War of the what? Huh? What? You mean, you don't know the War of the Eyeglass? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh, I guess we're the only ones. I ask you again, what the heck is it? I'm curious to see if it's a hack. Isn't that still summer? I look a little out of place. I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Steel summer, it just doesn't work for me. Huh? Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? New connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai friends are obviously in a league of their own. What's this machine? That's a compressor. They used to fill up the balloon in the air with air. Oh, neat. That's got it repaired yesterday. Damn, what drag that was. Whoops. Yo, Nick! What happened with Edgy? I'm so much more used to that now. Freaking Larry, man. Well, we made it through the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though.
Hey, Larry, did you start for a secret weakness? It's terrified of earthquakes.
Oh, Maya.
It's like... That's weird. We're like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were in the same class for a little bit. Transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred?
Right. The DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big thing?
Oh, the big thing? For about a month, yeah. Big hit with the kids.
Why wasn't it here? Why wasn't it there yesterday?
Oh, right. Compressor was busted.
Compressor?
Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand.
This part of the game is just some stupid fun.
That's what I used to put in Iron Steel Samurai. Broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs.
Oh.
Here, I thought you deflated it by yourself.
The mere seller of hot dogs. Let's have I present my badge to him. Okay, nothing. I didn't think so. He's Larry after all. Okay, let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department now, because Gumshoe should be there. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edwards' case again.
What do you mean, again?
Whatever, have a seat, pal. Here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is.
How's the investigation proceeding?
It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. It's supposed to talk about Mr. Edwards' motive.
His motive?
See, Mr. Edwards' father died in the DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect to play innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. He has a pretty good motive, unfortunately.
They're saying that's why Mr. Edwards shot him.
Edwards never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out of him within court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Do you know Gourdy?
Monster down in Gourd Lake? I personally know.
Well, we're looking for it.
Huh? Are you out of your minds? Nick! Got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then?
Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Try telling him sooner next time. Sorry.
Let's see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gourdy.
Huh?
I'll need one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence.
I love this part of the game. It's great.
Really? You can take whichever one you like.
Secret weapons.
Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show him to it. These are our best and brightest. Introduce the secret weapon number 1, missile.
Missile?
It's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile, here, boy. Here he is.
Hey, he's cute.
Look, Nick, cute dog.
A cute dog. This will help us. How?
Next, secret number 2, fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole.
Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster.
Yeah!
How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole?
We're no till you try, pal. Okay, this next one's the last one.
No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by your choices.
Surviving number 3, a metal detector. That's this darn metal detector, man! Here.
Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive.
Right.
How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector?
Hey, you never know. Might have been eating soda cans. Well, which one will be?
Can't give up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either. For the totally opposite reason. The totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. Okay, I missed the text and such with the fishing pole, because I did missile and then the metal detector because I thought the fishing pole would somehow be the right answer and then it wasn't, so. Can we borrow that flimsy-looking fishing pole?
Sure thing, pal. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay?
Right. Detective Gumshoe's personal fishing pole, sadly flimsy and of dubious utility. That was a bit of a tongue twister. Let's go try presenting it to Maya.
Always showing me things. We have to get cracking on this case. You know the enemy has more tricks up his sleeve. It's bringing in another witness.
Hey. Yeah, I don't think you can actually talk to Edgeworth at all in this part. I don't think you can talk to Edgeworth at all in the thing, because if we go to the detention center now, it'll probably still be empty. Oops. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Yeah, I didn't think so. Later. Guess so. Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, you can't catch many fish in this lake.
I'm not after small fry. I'm after the biggest fry of them all, Gourdy!
You really going to try to fish out a monster?
Save Edgeworth, yes! Makes me tear my eyes more ways than one. Oh, frickin' Larry, dude. It's nice and quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation until it blows over. I get it. Boat's floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one boat at the dock. Not sure why that wasn't check-marked off.
Okay, Nick, this is a good spot.
A good spot for what?
Time to do some fishing.
She's serious. What are you going to use for bait? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Figured something like this would happen. We should have brought Missile along with us, too. At least then we'd have bait. Nick! Chew! I'm kidding! I'm kidding! Some points are better left untold. Oof. She hit me.
Okay, watch this, Nick. Oh, whoa, right! They use her in-court sprites.
Cause, like, she turns to the side. Just try not to reel in any empty cans or boots, okay?
Here we go! Back! My leg! Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, Lotta.
Don't tell me y'all is on some film company's payroll.
Here. My poor Wallace.
Lotta, wait. Catching Gourdy. Fishing pole? Out of your doggone mind. Yes, I mean, Yes, it's a fishing pole. Huh. I never thought of that. Good luck. Thanks.
I don't believe it.
I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. That's serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh?
Whoa, did you say you had information about the case? How's that, at least?
Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gourdy.
Now to go get the metal detector.
That's right, when it woke up and I wanted a fishing pole. You like fishing? I've never gone. This one was so bad, so I went out and bought it. I never used it, actually.
Must have been one of those midlife crisis things. Except Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things?
Yeah, sure, pal. And I have to take back the last one I lent you, department policy. Well, take it back. Which will it be?
Can we borrow that metal detector?
Sure thing, pal.
I'm not sure what we're going to find with this.
Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything.
Makes noise when the metallic objects are near. A useful detection device. I love how you could use this. I love the utility of this in, investigations.
As you can see, it's a metal detector. I use it only for bullets in the ground. You can find that monster with it, all the better.
Not so hopeful. Oops.
Hey Lotta, look at this. It's a metal detector. I know what that is. I'm not sure that's gonna pick up Gourdy though. Unless he's been eating people's watches and spending change or something.
Oh. I hadn't thought about that. To the bow rental shop, because it's actually useful.
Nick! Speaking! The metal detector's found something!
Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. You have to check it out. Look! Now I remember the wild thing when this popped up on screen and I saw that it was an air tank. Immediately I was like, my brain went on this weird thing of just like, oh, why didn't I think of that? There was like a scuba diver in there or something. I don't know why. When I saw air tank, that's the first thing my brain thought of. I'll never forget all the wild theories I tried to make up to explain the 2 gunshots. Like, there were so many things I tried thinking of. There were so many things I tried thinking of to explain the 2 gunshots and to also, like, explain what could have happened. Like, oh my gosh, it was way more complex than what actually happened.
Look!
Huh? An air tank? Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it's Gourdy. Maya, first of all, why would Gourdy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. Looks like a string of flags? Well, we might as well take it with us now that we've found it. It's heavy. The air tank, the valve is open and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. Let's go see what everyone else has to say about it.
Yep, I know exactly squat about that.
It's painfully easy, you know, when something doesn't catch Lotta's interest. Alright, Gumshoe leaves. Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Mention it. Didn't you say you had a meeting to go to? Oh, that's right. Let's come back later. And now we just forever have that metal detector. Oh my good gracious. Man. That frickin' metal detector, dude.
What? An air tank? What about it?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours?
Why would I have something like that?
Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valves? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there.
Must be a coincidence. Space flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway?
Inflate something. You used this to inflate that, didn't you?
Inflate what?
What else? That big puffy steel samurai.
Now why would you go ask me a question like that?
It's like I hit the nail on the head.
Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the press. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And, it didn't go so well.
As I suspected. It didn't go so well?
Yeah.
Do you think you could be a little more specific?
Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us! Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted.
It's like learning about this man.
So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then, wham! Valve busted open and made this incredible noise. That tank there took off like a rocket. I took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? Sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So, the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so.
The 20th, a week ago.
Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out of the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, fiancé gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. No, wait! It's way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it.
The night before last was the night of the murder.
Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But, you see, I went home before midnight.
So you didn't know about what happened? But this makes for an epic thing later in the trial that's coming up. Also, got to add the game to my description. There we go.
No. That's too bad.
It's not all bad. We solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Oh, I'll tell her in a moment because I gotta blow now. There we are.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, I got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gourdy for me yet?
Lotta, there's no such thing as Gourdy.
What? Be so sure.
Really, Nick?
Y'all got some proof Gourdy don't exist?
Proof that Gourdy doesn't exist. It's here. It's out there somewhere. Of course I have proof. The Laura worth is bad to make a claim without the proof to back it up. It says the King of Bluffs. Phoenix, here's the proof that Gourdy doesn't exist. Take that! Oh right, I wasn't expecting that. Take that! Larry's air tank?
What are y'all doing with an air tank?
This is Gourdy.
Excuse me?
What is you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here. A hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there, and a certain idiot. I had a feeling he said that. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew.
A bang?
The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. This was a pretty great thing of, like, deductive. At the same time, the couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gourdy is really the steel samurai?
Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams.
Oh, Lotta. And then the detention center music plays. I'm sorry, Lotta.
Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised.
Poor Lotta. So, tell us this information you have.
Promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said that he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here.
Boat rental? You know, the place that's been irrelevant until this point? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted.
Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on.
Something else?
Yeah. The night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know.
Yeah. Wait, so you have another photo?
Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it.
This is the clincher here.
Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave.
Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Wait until case 2. I mean, game 2. December 26th, boat rental shop. Hey, Nick! This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Yeah, nothing should be new. Ollie! Birdie! Precious Birdie! Oh man, what voice am I gonna do for him? What voice am I gonna do for him? Nick! That you? Hey, is that Keith with you? I remember, this is something they changed in the trilogy. I remember watching a playthrough of the fourth case on the DS version, and Yogi is labeled as Uncle in that for some reason, but they changed it to labeling him as Caretaker before you actually learn who he is. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg! Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta chef when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running an old man like me? Ollie, the kids are home. Hello. Nick, what was that? A parrot. One on that perch. Keith! Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, sonny. Nick? What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hey, yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Precious Birdie. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who keep things tidy like that. Forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Oh, this is the same song that plays in Grossberg's office. I was like, wait, hold on, where is the song usually played? Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, stick and warm, drink hot cocoa. And what, talk about murders? Aw, you're a party pooper, Nick. This fishing pool looks expensive. Oh wow, that was it. Wow, use a television here too. And here too. Wow, there's lots of fairies fishing Gourd Lake, aren't there? It's funny, Nick. Well, these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Oh, it's ignoring me. But you forgot, Meg. You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello. Oh. Ah. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Parrot. Too bad all she can say is hello. Well, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Polly, what's your name? Polly! Squawk! Cute! I just found a new friend. Oh man, I freaking love birds. Birds are amazing. Let's talk to this guy. A pasta shop?
Yep. I think what noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know. So that makes you the 3rd generation. Meg.
Yes.
Tomorrow we'll start the secrets of dough tossing.
The dough tossing?
You too, Keith.
Yes?
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
Pasta wrangler? West? Is it pasta from Italy?
Meg! Yes! You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick? Huh. I have to keep up this all in the family charade. This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. Yeah, he's quite the character. This is a boat rental shop, right?
What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Oh, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come out and say, yo dude, we want to ride on one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them.
I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, it's not going anywhere. This old man's the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him.
My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important?
I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 28!
Oh man, I didn't realize the significance to this number the first time I heard it, but I figured it out just as soon as I needed to. Right when you needed to say it was important, when you actually cross-examined the parrot in court. Which is in the 2nd trial. I mean, the 3rd trial.
Alright! Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind.
Quick, Nick, write that number down!
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. What do you have to do to get this guy to talk? I completely forget. You do have to present something to him. I remember, like, being really persistent and was like, I want to examine the trash can! I'm pretty sure I have to present my badge to him.
That's a lawyer's badge?
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick! Now's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. I remember being confused as to what I had to do here when I got to this place. Because this case was introduced you actually having to present your badge to people in order to get things moving. Like, that's something they suddenly started doing a bunch. And starting with this case. And it was weird, and so, like, I wasn't used to it.
Please help us! A lawyer, huh?
Please, mister.
Alright, I'll help. But on one condition.
What's that?
When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle.
I think I said yes the first time. Say no. Can't promise that, exactly. I can't make that promise.
Is that any way to treat your old man? Ah, you want my help? You've come to the wrong man.
Uh-oh. Now he's grumpy. Not to mention he still thinks we're his kids. Maybe we should just lie until we're out of shop. Okay, we promise.
Rick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat phoenix noodles? That doesn't sound right. I guess so. There's just something very, very wrong about that sentence. There is something very, very wrong about that sentence.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Wait, did I just say...
You too, Meg.
Yes?
If I could hear the old man's eye, you know. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly.
Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? I think actually what I have to do is present the...
Polly, here's my only friend in the world. Isn't that right, Polly?
I feel bad for this guy, honestly.
Hello! Yep.
He fell asleep. Bum bum. Ba-da-ba-bum ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum bum bum. I do believe I have to present a picture to him.
Yep, I seen this.
You know something about this star?
Keith.
Yes?
It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad!
You know something about this?
Yep. The other night, out on the lake.
I remember thinking this was, like, ridiculous, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the things Phoenix is doing. Yes? Yes?
I know all about that. I seen it.
What?
Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep.
It was after midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang. So I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. A while later, this boat comes back. Young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, yep.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, I promise.
You need to know earlier than that.
You know what? Huh? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yep, that kid next door. Always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, guns with some whiskers grown out of his face.
Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe.
Comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I have one more question. Huh? Oh right! Oh man, I remember freaking out about this when this happened. And I'm like...
Ollie, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6!
Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly.
Don't forget DL6!
What? The DL6 incident? Like, oh my gosh. I remember freaking out. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, why does the parent know? What? What's happening?
Gotta blow my nose again.
Oh, man. Hey, mister! Dad! This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Where does Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Oh, right, this isn't quite the end of the thing, so criminal affairs.
Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong? What's wrong this time?
Actually, we wanted to ask you something.
Yeah?
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. This was really helpful.
Really?
You seem surprised.
Huh? No. I worked out for you. What's that? Parrot?
The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident.
That is.
DL6. What? Oh my gosh! Presenting this flashback. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Ah! Don't forget DL6! Ah!
Huh? I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word.
Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident?
Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake?
Oh yeah!
The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right?
Huh? How'd you? That's supposed to be top secret.
You know who that old man is, Detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. Science first said he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, I have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us.
Huh?
We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edward's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case.
Tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file.
Makes sense.
So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. And I'll give you special permission to go and find what you need.
Alright! Way to go, Detective Gumshoe! Okay, Nick, to the records room! I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. I didn't think we went in there this early. And, like, you don't even, like... I guess you get the files now? December 26th, Police Department Records Room. Wow! It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's DL6 stuff, quick! 15 years ago. Both me and Edgeworth are 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Silas! Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the Deal 6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here.
Wow. These case reports?
Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case report is in here too. Quietly gathering dust. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room too. Forgotten cases running away for eternity.
Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this stuff is getting to me.
Looks like there are files inside that glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside.
Nick,
it's locked. They must keep important case files in there. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons. Others are who knows what. Most of it just looks like random junk.
Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for?
Don't touch that. It's evidence. Hey, summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
Oh, right. You're not supposed to know the significance. Oh, I know. Trick did tell you when it happened, though. He did say it was December 28th.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
In 2 days, the case is closed. The incident that took place in the elevator at the district courthouse.
What? Is this district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. Now this is when we actually fully learn just exactly what happened in Deal 6. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. I remember just being like weirdly excited, but also kind of scared at the same time to like learn about this for finally, because it's just like, this feels weird. It was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. And that's where the earthquake thing came from.
Wow. That was some earthquake.
This. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours?
That would be scary like that, in the dark.
Gregory. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. You have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father.
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. Man, this is just making me sad, dude. This is just making me sad. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles.
Miles?
Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Since it's like this current case. What's going on here? This was so surreal just learning about this and talking about it with Maya. Suspect data. Got any data on the suspect in there? Is this when we finally... Is this when we finally, learn the guy's name? Wait, no, like, it takes a while for you. That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond? The victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? I remember immediately thinking, because, like, it is kind of obvious who it is. That wasn't exactly the most mysterious thing. Because the real, honestly, the real case of this, the real mystery of this was Gregory Edgeworth's murder. Like, the real climax of the case is that mystery. Maybe closer than we think. Phoenix. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we gonna take the whole file? It's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is a trial tomorrow. Right, you just straight up don't get to talk to Edgeworth in day 2 of investigation, which is weird, because usually in all the days of investigation you get to talk to your client, but like, not this time. That's because it's just like, the stuff you have to talk to him about after this trial is so impactful. Especially because of what the trial entails, and especially what happens in the trial. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Day 3, trial. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Yeah, you just don't really get any interaction with Edgeworth, like, whatsoever. Because, like, these are ones that just go straight into the trial, and you don't even get to talk to your client beforehand. Alright, come on, Karma.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here, anyway?
Mr. Montgomery, your opening statement. Very well, now opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Of course.
Diction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. No, right, him and his 3 minutes.
Order! Order! Mr. Montgomery, what's the meaning of your statement just now?
As you cushion everything, it'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right!
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Some mysterious boat shop owner. Hey, Yogi. When state your profession?
Hire. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant Wet Noodle in Gourd Lake. I And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep. Yep, I was.
Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I think I remember raising an objection to this, because I was like... Hold on, we need to know the guy's name! I think I'm gonna leave it be this time, though, because I know what this entails. Looking in my computer real quick. Da-dun, da. Da-dun, da-dun, da. Da-dun, da-dun, da. Da-dun. I'm gonna leave it be this time. On second thought, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter? What are you thinking, Nick? What's that Steel 6 incident? If you find out who he is, we won't be able to build pace here.
She has a point. Oh, you had no point. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Yes, I do not ask him, Mr. Wright. I've predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Asking trivial questions incorporate. Yeah, right.
What is his name?
Well, I'm not really sure, yep.
What do you mean?
My memory.
Your Honor, witness doesn't remember anything beyond the last several years. There you go. He cannot recall his own name. Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Well, there, that's just part of them, so goodness.
Okie dokie. Nice murder. Right, this music. I'm never expecting it.
It was on the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant, where I read boats, as usual. And I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
There's nothing to question my witness's testimony. There you go. No need for a cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now.
Yes. Mr. Wright?
Cross-examine? For Pete's sake? What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Here we go.
Fuck.
Excuse me, Mr. Von Garma.
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well, that must just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
I think I'm gonna go to an intermission here, cause, I haven't eaten yet, and I'm gonna go grab myself some food, cause I'm hungry. And so we'll leave the major proceedings of this trial for a bit. So, I'll see ya. Alrighty, I am back. We ended up ordering something, so I'm actually gonna have to skedaddle again later to actually go eat. So I ended up just grabbing a snap and taking a bathroom break. So, anyways, let's get to this cross-examination, shall we? We've been sitting here for long enough. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Very sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. There it is. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see? Continue. Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Right, exactly what's not good enough.
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
Parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Cute?
Prosecution says that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. I remember being surprised when he said that. I'm like, whoa, wait, really? Hey, and where did the bang seem to come from?
Lake, I figure.
You certain?
Hey, up.
Good. Continue. Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. Couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there, yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep, at the time, that is.
At the time? So you heard 2 gunshots in total?
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. By your window?
Yep, by my window. That's the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog's pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. Saw him.
Is there any important detail? Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It was defendant. Saying I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Face is having to do this.
Dead certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too.
Are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, not Edgeworth, boy.
This sounds like decisive evidence in theory. I see no room for doubt.
On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Right. What do you... I totally forget what you do with this testimony, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, what evidence do we have right now? Because we just got... Yeah, okay, we have the DL6 photo and the case file. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Is this when we bring up the whole fire 3 times thing? Not sure. Most of this I remember being brought up a little while later. Well, we've gotta. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edward's right hand found at the gun, and the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly! Oh, I remember this. This is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything is in this witness's testimony is true. Judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Actually, I remember. I remember. I'm pretty sure the exact same way I did this, because I remember being like, well, we kind of have to raise an objection, and then Phoenix did that, and then Von Karma made that point. I'm like, does this make any sense though? And what, he just picked up and put his prints on the gun anyway? Like, that doesn't seem logical. And so I actually pressed wait and see what happens here, which I believe is the right call. Can't see any room to raise an objection. Better hold back and see how things develop. Because I think either way... Honestly, I think either way, because what the judge ends up saying here is that doesn't make much sense. Nick, you have to do something. If we stay quiet now, Mr. Edgeworth will be found guilty for sure. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. I need your help. Nick needs you. Seems perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
When is my leave to start?
Hold on, wait. Does it get to this point that quickly? Right. This is...
There's no reason for to prolong the trial. No attorney need for more time to decide the case against the defendants. Stated extremely clear, and they no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
I remember just freaking out here. I'm like, wait, no, did I do something wrong? What? No!
Score finds that defendant Mr. Broyles Edward.
I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. Cause I'm just like, whoa, wait, what? Did we do something wrong? Like, what's happening? Like, what's happening? Did I do something wrong? Like, what? But no, this is actually something that's supposed to happen. But I remember freaking out. I'm like, wait, no! What? I'm like, there's nothing else I could have done! It's just like, what? What's happening? It really got me. I remember my reaction to this. It was just like, what? Did I do something wrong?
Accused was surrendered to the court immediately. Real pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
What was that just now?
Me! Huh? What? Larry! I remember just being, like, so surprised here.
What are you doing here?
Listen! You gotta listen to me! I was there at the park the night of the murder! I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it!
Remembered what?
Gunshot! I heard it too!
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdicts have been decided. I call for adjournment.
1 moment, Mr. Goncalves. So, you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. Trial's over.
Nick! This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It can make things even worse.
Mr. Rich was just declared guilty, Nick! Does it get any worse?
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. Verdicts cannot be overturned.
Ultimate has been my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Goncalves, I order you to call this new witness to testify.
Oh, right, there's a recess here, and then we finally get to talk to Edgeworth, who, no doubt, was not doing too well.
No.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Man, I remember the insanity of that. I'm like, Larry? What the heck? December 27th, 10:28 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake tonight? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Alright, this is what he finally tells us! So on to the recess of the second trial,
Where we actually learn why. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. And I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Understandable.
I see.
Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? This is Larry we're talking about.
That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time! We'll milk this one for all it's worth!
Hey, it was 15 minutes!
15!
Everything's on Larry now. It just, I remember, it feeling refreshing, to finally talk to Edgeworth. Because, I didn't remember that you didn't actually talk to him at all in the second day of investigation. So, like... December 27th, 10:35 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Is now back in session. Witness! Please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. And Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
That night, I was on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I, found it. Yeah, so I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. After I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
I remember this. This was the crucial thing we needed, and was the turnabout. Oh. No pun intended. I was actually using that word in context. It was the turnabout moment.
It wasn't a really vague testimony even for this court. In that case, Mr. Wright, you continue cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick? What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no need to go before, Nick.
Something wrong, Mr. Robert?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Well, it was after 11 when I went on the boat. Got home for the night. So I waited until the coast was cleared, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
Witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gourdy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, and it's so irrelevant. Let's get this over with. It's funny, because I was actually objecting to a question the judge had. Well, what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I wasn't sort of human sundial, okay?
We use watches these days, Larry. Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I'm not too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts!
Hello. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So, you only heard one thing, correct?
Yeah.
Huh. It's just... Huh. I love how the game isn't just, like, nodding you at all. It's just like, you should know what to do here.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. Wish I could be more helpful. Wish I could call my sister. Oh, yeah. swear 80%. This. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please!
Huh? It's bothering me.
Now see? Customer here! So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Bucks!
What?
You only have 1 gunshot? Are you sure?
I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure? But how could you not be sure?
Yeah, well,
I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else?
my radio, dude! My headphones!
What? I think I remember being like, oh, when he said that, I was like, oh, great. He was listening. He's just gonna say he was listening to music, isn't he?
Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts! You were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah! So what? That crime? Listen to my radio. Radio? Radio? Real listens to radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Gamma, your opinion?
Waste of time. Sure, this witness knows showing testimony.
Mr. Hart, should we continue the testimony?
Right, obviously, we have to. We've gotta. It's important about how many gunshots he heard. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. He is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know what he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Brooks. Please give me your testimony and some complete details like your brains out.
Leave it to me! I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Yeah, if there's anything Edgeworth and Phoenix can agree on, is that Larry is just a plumb idiot. But, like, he does care, though. He's such a weird character. I never know what to feel about him. Although I've become very Edgeworth-esque in my reactions whenever he shows up, because I just kind of groan.
it's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
I remember this testimony. I remember slowly figuring out, because I'll get to that when we get to that.
That's why I was listening to all Marco's show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can the man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't it a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, could you please refer this witness says what he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. When Phoenix made this point, I was like, wait, actually? That's a really good point. That's actually that was not at all what I was thinking. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Hart.
Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. You've gotta. So, you turn on the radio?
Hey! Just want to hear someone's voice, you know? Don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve? Alone?
I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That's all I need to know. Lots of Mr. Brooks' Lotta your radio set to the night.
Real booming loud?
Hey, now?
You got headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
Can't prove it. That moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, came back real clear to me, you know?
What did she say? Right. Please cease this pointless questions. Which knowing what radio DJ said do to us.
Nameless, they're going to has a point. All of the question only if you say some reason why we should care.
I remember sitting here for so long, trying to contemplate just exactly how it could be important. And then when I said we should care, because we should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Darn Marvel. Mr. Butts makes us wet sport. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
When she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot.
Because this... When I said... I was like hoping. It took my brain a little while to process. And I was like, wait, almost Christmas? Wait, hold on. That means it wasn't Christmas yet. Because the whole thing with midnight and 11, like 24th and 25th. Produce this photo though. Are you sure?
Of course I am. You have this real sexy voice. Oh, hey buddy.
Thanks for tuning in. Ah, shoot. I gotta go real quick. Sorry, just popping in and then I have to leave. Alrighty, I am back. Oh, cool, yum. I haven't had chili in forever. Maybe Bill Karma was right. Not sure how that helps us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Gotta press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Remember, what do you have to present? Forget, do you have to present Lotta's testimony again? Or do you have to present... I think you have to present the picture. Wrong button. Yep, the picture. Slam. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Face, you look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
There's something the matter, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and...
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve!
That would seem to be the case, yes?
But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hobbs' camera. 12:25, 15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? Two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
The answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Buss's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Because I remember, I was so attentive with the time of the second lake photo that we got, and it's just like, okay, when is this gonna come up? When is this gonna come up? Intriguing. I'm assuming evidence for this false claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Look at this photograph. I love that animation of his, just lapping the court record. Especially because we see his other hand that's usually just resting on his hip. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? There's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is showing in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct! There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Or are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. It's like, finally, the discrepancy is addressed.
Why would this be?
You're befooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed during the camera.
This is clear that night, man. Clear.
No, Mr. Hart! There's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
The gun itself. I remember, like, getting on a roll with this, and I'm like, finally! Like, the fact that it was fired 3 times was bugging the crap out of me this whole case! Now we finally get to address it. This is my evidence.
The murder?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Freddy actually said that. It was bothering me, too. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What is 11:50? Instead of 15 minutes after midnight. I remember because the spiel you have to go on here of, like, deducing everything from this amount of information, and, like, the points that you have to prove with presenting evidence and, like, saying things with text prompts. It's just, like, really interesting of, like, what you actually learn and piece together. You yourself may have actually pieced together everything, but, like... yeah. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Huh? What's wrong, Nick? I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. I love how he's just like, if I say something stupid, then, like, slap me or something. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Hart?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Hart?
So you finally realize the truth? There can be no other matter here. The man's Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. The man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Okay. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. It was shown by the witness photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, the victim, Robert Hammond, was on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on the boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has been the other man on that boat.
I bet that's hard to imagine any other possibility.
I remember being like, wait, hold on. What exactly is he getting at when he mentioned case 3? I was like, is that the location of the murder? That's what he was getting at, the location of the murder. Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
Hardly by that, Mr. Hart. We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The times they've been on the photos was all 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Fright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. I remember this. I remember being, like, reading, it's like, the murderer and Hammond, Edgeworth and the murderer, or Edgeworth and Hammond, and I was like, murderer and Hammond, that doesn't make any sense, because Edgeworth said he was on the boat. And then Edgeworth and Hammond, obviously that would make Edgeworth the murderer, so the only thing that makes sense would be Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, like, the game gives you these prompts that you can slowly figure out as Phoenix does his spiel of what he figured out. I remember being so shocked, I'm like, whoa. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. Oh, Edgeworth. Some things could have been made so much easier if he had just told us, but, like, I can understand why. Try not to be too hard on him. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face was that well. This is something the anime got wrong, because, like, when Edgeworth asks for your defense in the asks for Phoenix's defense in the anime, he just straight up says everything, that, like, Hammond called him to the lake, he, like, picked up the gun without thinking. You all learn that up front. Well, that's stuff that takes a while to learn in the game, which I think is better. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Mr. Wright, what's the name of the murderer, then?
The murderer's name? Right, it's... I remember being like... What even is the text for saying Edgeworth? What even is the text for saying Edgeworth? I'm not curious enough to find out. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. Hey, I remember, like, when I got here, the way they do this is very clever. How I don't know is the right answer is very clever in my opinion. But, like, also, it's just process of elimination, because, obviously, you're not gonna say your client. Like, obviously, Edgeworth ain't no murderer. And then, like, the other one is just so absurdly wrong that, like, the only option left is the only thing that makes sense. I remember that was my line of thinking with this. That was my logic here, and I'm like, I don't know is the only thing that makes logical sense. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. 'Cause you don't know their name, but you know who they are.
You don't know?
Ah, can you waste my time? Slam. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. I love because you're kind of going on this assumption that he's Yogi, which he is. It's like once you learn that, it's just like, and you learn that he has a connection to DL6, that's kind of an assumption you just kind of make. 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, why did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake, huh?
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this murder, of this crime, was not on a boat?
What? Well, then make them explain.
I remember being a little unsure about this, but like, I'm like, the only thing that makes sense is the boat place. This is the only time where you actually show the judge where the real murder took place. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. To proof that the bookshop was the scene of the crime. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. I love this song. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. The way it builds. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat?
The boat! Mr. White! What happened that night in Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Me too? Are you saying me too? That night, the caretaker of the boat's shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out onto the middle of the lake.
You fired the pistol on the back, Mr. White.
Boat shop caretaker. I love how this is set up, because you're stringing together the scenario. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Oh, yeah. The music is good.
Wait a minute.
I was like, what are you agreeing with me about? I'm confused. Bleh, my brain. Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
This is where you have to, slowly figure this out. Details. No, this is Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fight twice. Is the first shot missed, or to create a witness? Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and then he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had still cleared them.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Whoops.
Olaf, bring up the witness from before.
And then he's gonna be gone.
So Joe, caretaker, for clear. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, we'll look at the defendant Miles' address if you're gonna shoot.
Remember being like, finally! It was just like, I remembered, like, the irony, because, like, throughout this whole case, I was like, I just want Edgeworth to testify to something. I wanted him to tell us what exactly happened. It's just like, this is the first time he'd actually took to the stand for something. This is when this happens. Okay. I was wondering when this happened.
Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you are what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What the writer said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the bookshop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said that he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. And then that's like all he gets to say, because he gets interrupted by saying that Yogi was gone. Your Honor, sir!
Merlin, we're conducting a trial here, so you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared! He isn't at the boat shop either!
What?
Or being like, oh my gosh, great, lovely. What should I do?
Find him, quickly! We gotta allow him to get away!
It's just Edgeworth in the witness stand in the zoomed out thing just looks so wrong.
Mr. Mangama, your witness has disappeared!
Such warrants already been issued.
Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial of tomorrow, final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its force to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. So is the bootshop caretaker. I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
And now. December 27th, 1:22 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. Yeah. I'll never forget that moment, man. It's such a moment. It's just like actually getting the guilty verdict for a moment, but then getting it overturned because of Larry, of all people. It's like so ridiculous and like such a roller coaster of emotions, man. And what about Larry? Something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's on us on trial instead of our clients. Oh jeez, I never expected him to use that expression. He just looks so concerned and worried, man. Like, how his expression can shift by just a slight change of his eyebrows. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? You don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You tried to smile just a little. Relax. Man, Maya, you're great. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. I can never forget this. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Like, I remember just freaking out. It's just like, what are you talking about? Memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? Memory of a murder. and then it just fades out. And that's it. And it's like, to be continued. I'm like, what? Excuse me? It's like, what the heck? What do you mean, Edgeworth? What do you mean? A3 investigation. That's the same as this one. Da, 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 da. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Riding Company Law Offices. The detention center music playing. What's Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Right, they like flashing back to this. Memory of a crime that I committed. Memory of a murder. You really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. You never take someone's life. Never. Nick.
Yo, how's everyone doing?
Oh, right.
What do you think of my performance today? I had him swimming in the aisles, huh, Maya?
Oh, okay. It was fun having you chill for a little bit. Hope you have a good rest of your day, my dude. See ya. Swimming? Me? Oh yes. I do remember feeling faint.
Now on, tell me the truth like it was love at first sight, right? Hey, Nick.
Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
You can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Gee.
I mean, you kinda did.
You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero.
I miss Charlie. Let's talk to this doofus.
Bye.
I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. Seems too happy to care about anything I show him. Okay. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today.
You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious.
Oh, right! Right! Totally forgot the class trial scene! Oh my gosh! Right! I had to learn about the class trial scene! Oh my gosh! I totally forgot about that! Oh, I can't believe I forgot about the class trial scene! Oh my gosh!
Boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But you ain't off the hook yet.
I need to spoil the mood, Larry.
You have this guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy.
I mean, yeah. It's hard not to make that joke. Like, him being on edge. He is sometimes.
I mean, can you really tell he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. I remember this was when my opinion of Phoenix finally kind of, like, got better. Because, honestly, I was kind of just indifferent to his character for the first 3 cases. I didn't really know what to think of it until I got to this and actually learned more about this.
Us too. After saying, who else? You mean me, right? You means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? Why you, Larry? Actually, yeah. I'm me, Nick. Not with the silent treatment.
Edward. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edward so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. You didn't know him back then. And I remember freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, are we finally gonna get to learn this? Because if they had been, like, dangling this in front of you, like, throughout the game, that they knew each other, at least that one vague thing in Case 2, and then for certain at the end of Case 3 when he comes and talks to you briefly, and then, like, throughout this case, vaguely Phoenix mentioning something, like, paying him back for something, and you're just like, what? What is it? And, like, I remember being like, finally! Finally, I get to learn about this. Finally, we're learning about this, because I've been dying to know, because I'm like, this Phoenix, tell me, please! Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes. Oh, it's this song. Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles. Right, I knew there was one point where he called him by his first name. I don't believe Edward ever calls Phoenix by his first name, though, in the games. I know he does in the anime at least a couple times. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? And, like, nobody remembers this for some reason? Like, I could understand Larry not remembering, but the fact that Edgeworth didn't remember either? Sorry. I kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, with it! I'm going to hear the story today, and that's final! And I'm like, yes, Maya, you tell him, finally! It's like, we're finally gonna learn about this. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. Class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. Kid in our class got some lunch money stolen. I love how, like, they don't say whose kid it was. Oh wait, no. Which kid it was? Who it was? But, like, it was Edgeworth. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared. $38 still inside. I remember remembering this amount. Oh. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I had to skip PE that day. You and colds, Phoenix! You and colds! I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it! Guilty, he did it! Guilty, it was you! Thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! No one play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, no borrowing my eraser! You should be allowed in the relay race or the library committee! Get me back my 50 cents I loaned you! Hey, did you... something. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs at a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles?
I remember freaking out, like, oh my god, it's a little 9-year-old Edward!
And then, it wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up?
This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person.
Just think how he feels. That he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. 'Cause you did. So I took it kind of personally, you see.
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Man.
Wait, Edward?
Oh, that was Phoenix. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. This is just making me sad. Oh my gosh, this is just making me sad. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. Deal 6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. It's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
Why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Andy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense? To meet Edgeworth? Yeah, like, learning this, I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, this was insane. This was, like, what made me like Phoenix's character more. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain. No one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Like, this brought me to my heart when I was reading this, man. Like, this was so freaking emotional for me. Oh my gosh. Just, like, learning this is why, one of the main reasons why Phoenix became a defense attorney. And just hearing him say this. Just, like... Oh, man.
Whoa, Nick. So why you help me out for free?
Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Nick!
We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. This is the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. There's that rental... There's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Yeah, Lotta's disposition was gotten rid of. Along with the air tank, I believe. Now, I remember looking in here and being like, wait, why is the metal detector still here? Oh. Okay, let's go. Where'd it go? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. Boat shop caretaker. Caretaker. Show something about
This is the last thing I do, pal!
Good luck, Gumshoe. Aww. His same default playing in the Criminal Affairs Department. That's great. I don't think we can talk to Edgeworth yet. And Grossberg isn't here. He's out. Again. When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Yeah, I know where he is. This song playing in here is just so wrong. Get out of here, Larry! Turnabout Sisters theme is supposed to play in the offices. December 27th, Gourd Lake Park entrance.
Hey, pal! Long time no see!
Oh, Detective Gumshoe! The boy!
Close one today, eh? Guess I worked up I snapped my tie in half.
Sorry about that.
Proud, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it!
You mean the boat shop caretaker?
Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal.
Good luck, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today.
Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today.
The woods? Where Lotta was camping? Yeah, that place is irrelevant now. Essentially.
Once we're off limits camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. Got pretty mad. We can go in for a while.
I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble.
Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. December 27th, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. None of you should say anything different. Guess Larry has the day off. He was happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True. We owe him big. December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Hello. What might you be doing here? Not for a walk, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh women, you say. Mr. Grossberg!
You're reminiscing.
Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow! That is true, yes. But from what I saw in today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Whoa! What do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Why? What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Now, time to go find that letter. December 27th, Caretaker Shack. Nobody's home.
Hello! Hello!
Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly.
Well,
Run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. I guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. It doesn't look like he used this kitchen much. You're right. I guess the pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What, you thought he was telling the truth? That fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe we should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? No, he can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we better not. Say, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish up on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of the fish they caught, right? Right. But don't all the fish on the wall here look really puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Since the one that got away from us was the caretaker, and we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations here? What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Yes, when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See? That's why I didn't want to tell you. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. Probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Oh, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Now. Safe. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? 1228. Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228.
Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure.
Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there.
I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter.
A letter?
Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick! How would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now it's the time to get revenge of the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Pulling Edgeworth out of the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. There's nothing left in the safe. I wonder why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him. He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he even came back here after the trial. We can go. Oh, jeez, Edgeworth. December 27th, detention center, visitor's room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? Like, even Edgeworth didn't remember. You don't remember? No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edwards, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. Oh, whoops. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hang on. Hey, Edgeworth. Why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Brian, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago. The 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Man, just learning about this verbatim again, just for the first time, when you're supposed to learn about it for the first time. This music is good. It's not as good as Justice for All's theme, but, like, I really like it. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. No, he isn't. No, he is not. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
So he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? What you're saying is true. You're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. Yeah, like... It is a...
He's right! How's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
Alrighty, looks like it's a mission to actually go eat.
Doo-doo-doo. I'll be back! Stopping at this point in time, man. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry about the long wait. Well. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. Oops, wrong thing. No kidding. Yeah, I remember you have to present the letter to him. It's weird presenting things to Edgeworth, man. I'm always so uncertain. What about... Sorry. I'm not sure I can help you with that. But he's much more polite and less abrupt. Well, obviously I'm not going to present any of that to him. I was watching someone try presenting this to him, not because, you know, because they were confused as to what else to do. And, like, Maya actually actively stops Phoenix from showing him it, because Maya's essentially like, you idiot, what are you doing? What are you showing me this picture for? No reason. Oh! Insulting us to complimenting us. I will take it. You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you are at the end of your rope, but still. Nick, he noticed. What happens if I present my badge to him now? Nothing. Okay, I didn't think so. Sometimes you can get some really funny text by presenting your badge to people. Well, a letter then. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me?
Who is that old guy anyway?
I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. Essentially, he's like real smooth of a dude. Nice, right. But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge with the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond?
It also says this is your last chance.
Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man.
What is it? Do you know who he is?
Yogi. Could he be Yogi?
Yogi?
The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Johnny Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. I can't breathe! Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. court, Yoniyoki's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. I'll never forget my reaction to this. Nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. Dude, like, I don't even know how he ever got any sleep after this. Like, I know you get used to it at one point, but, like, having the same terrifying nightmare every single night, how did he ever get any sleep? Like, oh my gosh. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It was a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air! Oh, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In the days, I pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. It's just like, he's just telling us this. It's just like, I'll never forget the impact it's had on me. Oh my gosh. Just learning this, just... I'll never forget it, man. This isn't just, like... Occasionally, like, I would, like, think back to this case, and, like, the more I thought about his whole situation, and his whole backstory, and what happened, and, like, the weight he carried, and, like, why he became who he was, just... He became a prosecutor in the first place and just found karma. I realized just how insane and utterly, utterly twisted the whole thing was. And how painful it must have been. Like, he tells us that he became a prosecutor in part to punish himself. Because he thought he killed his father for 15 long years. I can't even imagine that pain, just carrying that pain in the back of your head for 15 years. Can't even imagine. But That's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut up memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. He was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean? It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Oh! Dude, I still feel those emotions, even though I knew this was coming. I feel these emotions even though I knew... Oh, my heart. Oh my gosh. Just like... this being dredged up and him not being able to hold it back anymore, just... This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6! Yeah. Let's not bother him anymore. Actually, I think I'll head back to the offices. One day left, Nick! Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste! Let's get going! Oh, Turnabout Sisters doesn't even play, but that makes sense. Well... what do you think we should do now, Maya? You would know best, Nick! Just do what you do! That should work. Just do what you do! That should work. Well, have any good ideas? Still tied to the DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow. Something that happened back then has a hold on Edgeworth and it won't let go. I know the next Turnabout is coming up soon, but I think that's a good place to end off the stream, but that's a good note. And besides, emotions, my heart, just seeing the moment you learn about all of this stuff again, it's just like, too much, man. Anyways, thank you everyone who tuned in, thanks so much for watching. And any lurkers I may have had here and there. I appreciate you coming. But anyways, I guess that is all. So I will see you on the other side of the storm. Because that's my outro. Yeah. Anyways, see ya. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This was fun. As fun as this case can be. But, like, it is fun. In a way, I guess. Like, what you could describe as fun. Anyways, stop talking, Jay. Stop talking. Anyways, done. Stream is over. Goodbye. Thank you for tuning in.